John, you mentioned way back after the Stadium Series games that the Chicago game, the next game, scared you. With these teams like that, when you have teams that aren't fighting for playoff spots, how do you guys continue to have that same mindset that you guys can get in these games where just these last two games you guys have now faltered against two non-playoff teams?
Yeah, I don't think it's through lack of preparation for them. I think they're ready to play. I mean, I think the most important part of the game tonight was when we crawl back in at 2-1. TK hits the post right after the next shift. We have a power play, a couple of them, which are awful. And then they score their power play, go to up 3-1. The start, I've had the narrative here for the past few games, and I think it's the correct narrative. I don't think we've played badly, but I don't think we played well tonight at all. And for whatever reason, I have no idea. I wish I did. But that's a good old-fashioned drubbing right there. We had a chance to get back in it in that sequence. Power play, I think, deflates us, and they score.
You guys had a good push, really, in the second half of Thursday's game. There were some pushes tonight. Is it something you guys are doing, or is there something you guys can do to finish better, or is it just a matter of bearing down and scoring on the chance?
No, we're not executing. And I try to be honest with you about the game itself that we play. I don't think we've played poorly up until tonight. We sucked tonight. I mean, we didn't execute. We didn't make one play. So maybe that's what needs to be happen. Maybe I think we hit the bottom tonight here, and maybe it needs to happen for us to get back into it. You can't. I think I know Sandy and Yorkie are on fumes. Just watching them play, they're not even thinking correctly. We're going to clear the deck. We got to start again Monday, and hopefully we'll be able to rebound.
You did mention after the Montreal game that you thought fatigue was playing a role. You just mentioned with Sanheim and York. Do you think that this is part of it? That
I do. When you see the whole team struggle the way we did tonight, I think that's settled in, and I think we've got some inexperience that has been thrown into this type of situation. But when you see a whole team struggle to make plays, and you watch our power play, our top guys struggle, I think it's there, yeah. But there are a lot of teams that are tired this time of year. We're certainly making it interesting here. We've got to try to figure it out. We got they're all big games now. We play Monday, and hopefully we can get going.
Is it encouraging to see Tyson get his 20th, especially since you were able to keep Bedard from scoring tonight? Because then Tyson moves up to second.
I don't even think about that. It's nice. You're talking about. I don't even think about that. There are so many other things going on with our club. It's great that he scored. I really don't care if he catches Bedard with goals. It really doesn't matter to me.
You've fallen behind 2-0 a couple times the last couple games, and when you fall behind 2-0 against teams that are below you in standings, do you get a sense that maybe you're pressing just a little bit?
I don't think we're pressing. I thought Tyson, that was a huge play to start the second period to score. What happens if TK's goes in off, instead of off the post? But it's not pressing. I just don't think. I don't think we played well. We can sit here and talk about it, and what I told you from other games that we've lost, I don't think we've played poorly. I don't think we played well at all tonight.
Is it a mental fatigue? And
I have no idea. I don't have the answer to why we played poorly. If I did, we would have corrected it in between periods. But I don't. But when you see as a group that struggled, I'd have to think we've played a lot of hockey. Has it gotten? I know it's gotten to our two top defensemen because we're killing them as far as ice time. And there are some plays that they could make just checking-wise that they make all the time, and they're just not there. But when you see your whole team struggle, that has to come into play, I would think, in my head. So we've got to try to get them fresh somehow. Very tough to do at this time of year. And just try to get ready to play our next game. Got to push by this one and get ready to play our next game.
Yeah, I guess that's, and there probably isn't a good answer for this. You kind of hinted at it, but if the guys are gassed a little bit, if key guys are, if the whole team is, aside from cutting down on practice time, which you've already done, what can you do as a coach?
Yeah. See, I want to. I think we need to practice. I do. I think that would help some guys. I can't. Because I think it'll come back, and I don't think it'll help us. I wish I had the answer. are we corrected? But I'm leaving them alone. We'll have our 10 o'clock meeting Monday and get ready to play another very important game for us. And we've just got to get some sort of energy back and some confidence back in our game and not lose our belief. We've worked too hard to get to this spot to play these type of games. Now we got to figure it out. We got to figure out how we get back on the other side of it here.
Kind of a follow-up to that. Does it feel like a ripple effect, like you saying, like there's guys that are getting gas? Does it kind of feel like a ripple effect that when one guy gets there, you're just getting to another guy and another guy, or is it just one of the things that everybody's at the same time hitting that point that it's like you got to push through?
Yeah, you got to remember the prior to the last two games, we were playing we were good. We didn't get the points. I felt in that little 7-game segment, I felt we left 2 or 3 points on the board that I thought we deserved, didn't get. But then you play Montreal. I don't think we played poorly in Montreal, but we don't get any momentum, right? We sluggish first period. We just don't get our energy going, and that's what if TK scores, it's 2-2. Maybe our energy takes over, and that's where you get some jump. But when you're constantly trying to crawl back into it and playing in spurts, it's tough to get your energy going. And we not going to beat them up. I'm not even sure if I'll show them any tape on Monday. Maybe just freshen up and get ready to play another game.